Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. I am, excuse me, trying to clear my throat here. Let me go grab my water bottle I left over there. Much better. So I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. I've been quite busy today, and I am waiting just a few minutes to get started. I don't want to wait too long, but I may have to go plug my charger up. Hi, Michelle. Thank you, darling, for being here. Hopefully other people will show tonight. I'm going to be altering this little doTERRA box here to keep my... I had them in this little piece, and it works pretty good, but I couldn't really alter the box too much because, you know, the pizza box has all these little ridges and stuff that stick out on it. So I'm going to be using this box, and I'm going to be kind of cutting some parts off and whatever. Hi, Marsha. Oh, Marsha, I got your postcard today. My mail is slow because we have a rural carrier. We don't have, it makes no sense. The city is right across the street. Hi, Susie. But I got your postcard today. Thank you so much. That's really pretty. Hello, the other Michelle. Got to put my glasses back on here. I meant to text you. I was going to text you earlier today, and I completely forgot about it. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started because, I mean, I know I started like a minute earlier, but Gloria. Hi, Gloria. I am so sorry. I thought I didn't have my glasses on and I couldn't see very well, and so your picture looked like Susie's picture, and I apologize for y'all. That's Gloria, not Susie. It's just been, you know, that's just me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put us down here. We're going to start because I want to get started here. I do remember, I just didn't see who it was good. It looked like Susie's thing. So I'm going to alter this box to put my bookbinding stuff in that I got from BB Crafts. And so I'm hoping this will do. I want to cut the sides off. I hate this is kind of bent in a little bit. Could get a different box, but I don't want too big of a box. I want to make sure I have room. So what I'm going to do is cut off some of this side here. I think I'm going to cut all this. I'm scared if I cut all of it off, it'll cover up too much, but let's see. I'm going to cut off some of it just to see what happens. I may wind up taking all of it off. Boy, this is hard on arthritic hands. Turn around on this side and eat the rest of it. Well, I almost did that straight. Almost. Let me get a little end of it here. Yeah. And it's a little bit, got that little corner right there. I really don't want to take the box apart and put it all back together, but let me take this off first. This flap off. That's much easier to cut. That looks a little bit better there. So Nora will probably be joining us later. All right, let me take off some of this on this side. So that's probably about maybe 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, I wish I had left a little bit longer on this side. That's all right. It'll be all right. This is just for me. All right. So I'm debating on whether I'm going to keep this long or not. If I want to. I think I'm going to close it with magnets. So I think I'm going to just cut off a little piece of this. Let's see. Get my blade. I think instead it'd be easier to do instead of scissors. Hello, whoever just came in. Well, that is not quite straight, even though I had it straight. Does anybody else have a hard time cutting with a blade sometimes? Okay. Oh, there's a piece of tape there. That's why they didn't cut off. All right. I just dropped the top to my blade. I gotta find that. Can't put that in the box until I find it. Oh, cool, Marsha. I love Disney. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can have a ruler there and I still won't cut a straight line. I'm going to go back over this though. Since I got the line there, I might can follow it. I forgot about the tape on this box. I may have to try to pull it off. There we go. That's better. Okay. So I guess I am going to go over this box with some gesso. Hi, Nora. How are you, sweetheart? I didn't see you earlier, so I said you'd probably be here soon. That's what I was telling everybody. I am going to use a little bit of gesso on this. Then I'm going to paint the box white. And then I'm going to collage some book pages and different things like that on there to dang, I wish I had left a little bit left on this one, but I might have to cut some more off of this one. But I hate to mess with it because I actually cut it straight. I don't have a guillotine, but like boxes and stuff, that wouldn't help me much anyway because it's, you know. I could probably cut better with my smaller scissors, but I don't really want to mess the blade up on my smaller scissors. That's better. If I push these in, that'd be perfect on this side too. All right. There we go. Now I'm going to see if I can peel this tape off without totally tearing this box up, because I don't think I'll be able to do anything over top of this tape. Hi, Chris. No, these aren't the dangerous scissors, Marsha. I don't much use those anymore. After taking half my hand off. If you're new with me here, I have a pair of scissors. We call them the scissors from Hades, because they're really, really, really sharp. And I got them as a gift a couple of years ago. And I was crafting one day with them. And I wound up taking like a good chunk of my hand off right through here. Like, I don't even know, you can't really see it, but there's like a point there. That's where the scissors actually went in, and I cut all this meat out of my hand right here, from here to here. It was bad. It was really bad. And, well, I got all of it off. Got my little trash bag down here. Okay. Tearing these stray pieces off. Alright, so we're going to put some gesso on here. If I have any left. I'm about out of gesso. But I like gesso on my, particularly when I'm working with cardboard. I'm going to turn it upside down and see if we can get some more to come out. Whoops. Let's not waste it on the table. And I'm not going for total coverage or anything. I'm just going for, let's just get the cardboard covered up a little bit so we don't soak up all the paint, kind of deal. And I'm not going to do the inside with gesso, just the outside of the box. Let's see, got some more here. Oops, another sticker. These shipping labels are killing me. All right. Yeah, gesso is like a primer. It's like yeah, I'm not ignoring anybody. Please, it scrolls by so fast sometimes I can't see what I'm reading. But what I'm doing is just putting a base coat of gesso on this box. I wasn't going to mess up my mat, but I don't want to stick my... I'm keeping the front side done until I get this done. And gesso dries pretty fast, but what it does is, like, particularly if you use paint or something like even on wood or and canvases a lot, if they're not pre-primed, it's like a primer, but with cardboard and wood and stuff like that, and particularly paper. It keeps the whatever you're working on from being soaked with liquid. Like, you know, sometimes paint will wet your paper and stuff up. But gesso prevents it from absorbing into the material. So if I was to put paint on this box, it would be warped, and I'd have to put a ton of paint on it because the cardboard would soak it up really a lot. So I'm just going to push this back just a bit, whoops, and try to get the front. I'm just going to do these right here. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to do the inside of the box. I don't know, though. I might. But it doesn't take long for gesso to dry. The longest part will be, I don't even know if I'm going to paint it white since I'm gessoing it, but I just want to cover up some of the wording and stuff on it. Now, when this gets dry, I'm going to add some glue into here. Yes. If you're doing, like, if you're on porous surface, Michelle. And it's a good primer for canvases. It makes your paint glide on a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah, the lid's almost dry, so I might go ahead and do the inside of the lid. Because when you open it up, you'll be able to see it. But I think I'm going to put a piece of fabric or something in the bottom. I didn't get my video up today of my BB Craft, finishing my Alice in Wonderland junk journal, because I didn't get finished with it until late yesterday, and I didn't want to put it up that late, and I didn't want to have like 50 million videos up today. So I think I'm going to put it up tomorrow after my keto living video. Oh, come on now. Don't do this to me. That's probably all I need. I'm sorry about that, y'all. There's a lot of gesso left in that box, but it still want to come out. Oops. The edges need to be wiped off because that's where they get pools of gesso and stuff. So I think we are good. We're just going to let that go for a second and dry. I'm going to stick this in water right quick. I don't mess up my brushes. And rinse my hands off so I don't get everything all over the place. Hang on, guys, I'm coming back. I promise. Whew. You know, if I ever ever straightened out or have life again, can get a house again, I swear, in my craft room, I'm going to build a sink in my craft room so that I can clean up right there next to my work table. Okay. This should be dry in just a few minutes. Let's see this right here. Get some of the thick spots off of it. Yeah, I think I'm going to cover the inside with fabric. Now the outside is going to be covered, since it's going to be holding book stuff. I have some book pages here. I'm not sure. I can't remember what book this was from. It was about Geneva. It's an old dictionary page, I think. Yes, we do. I have some of these library pages. I have another page about Gaul, Charles the Gaul. I think this was a biography book. This went with this. Little piece of book page. Old book page. And then I have some French book pages that my friend Lori Seibert sent me. And then Marsha Taylor sent me this, or her cousin or something to do. It's got maps and just different articles and stuff like that in there. She actually sent me 2 of these, so I'm going to maybe use one of those on there. But I'm going to decoupage all like book pages and stuff, since this all has to do with book things. Shelves. Oh, that's nice, Chris. I need some bookshelves. And then once I get through decoupaging all this on, I'm going to like put the book page on. Then we're going to antique the book pages a little bit more. Some of them are pretty old, and some of them already have that brown patina on them or whatever naturally. But I thought it'd be nice. I like this one up here on the top. So I'm going to go around and do some of the edges with just random. No, hubbies don't always understand. But I don't have to worry about that because I don't have a hubby anymore. So some days that's a really good thing. And some days, well, I'm not sure. All right. This is, for the most part, dry. I didn't do the bottom. And so I think I'm going to start doing some of the book page. I'm just going to tear it because I want it to be random. I don't want that white edge on there. I'm going to go around the outline of this, like around the edges, and then I'm going to put this as the Geneva and a picture of the Geneva in the middle, I think. I don't know. And there's a picture of the leader of the Free French, Charles de Gaulle, World War II. I don't know. So I'm just going to tear out book page and put it on here. I think that'll work. All right, let's just start it. Okay, now instead of I know, Marsha. Instead of decoupage, I'm going to use some of this smart, here's the English side, tacky glue, because only Mod Podge I have left is glossy, and I really don't want this to be glossy. So I'm going to try it with this tacky glue, and I'm just going to brush it on with the brush. It's quite loose. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll brush it on with the brush, and it should stick. I mean, it is glue, all, you know. This is some of the glue that my friend Angie sent me. Shh, doggies. Don't go there. Push down my finger on that. Hopefully this will work. I don't know if it worked or not, but we're going to see. I'm sure it will. I mean, it's glue, right? I'll have to get the back side later. Okay. Let's see. Oops. No glue down there. Trying to use as little as possible, but I do want to make sure my pages are stuck down. Let's see. Let's put this on here. I'm trying to keep watching, guys, so I'll tell you, if you do like Marsha's doing and put it all in caps, it's easy for me to notice. Okay. I have. I've used Kool-Aid before. And it doesn't fade out of paper really, I mean, that quickly. I mean, you would think it would, but it really doesn't. Especially since I dry my papers in the oven. I don't let them air dry. I dry mine in the oven. Seems to help the color stay better and okay. Where's my big page I want to use? Oh no, I hope I didn't tear it up. Oh, there it is. There we go. I tea dye with, well, I tea dye my papers with tea, coffee, ink. Pretty much anything that adds color. Oops. Okay. And I'll pull this paper off once I get it all on there, the edges. I mean, I'll clean up the edges. Oh, my brush is getting stiffy. This is starting to dry. It's looking good too. So that's a good thing. Might have to go get my heat tool so I can Make sure all this stuff is dry good before we move on to the next step. And I'm not bothered if it gets wrinkles in it. That just adds to the character of it. Oh. Okay, so here's the thing about the oven. I turn my oven on the lowest temperature setting there is, which for my oven is between 150 and 200. And I stack all my papers on top of each other. And it only takes 10 minutes. And I don't walk away from it. I keep an eye on it and stuff. But I honestly have never had any problems with it at all. Ever. I mean, and I don't use my big oven. I use my little convection oven that I have sitting on top of my counter. It works great. And I guess because it has a fan, the air circulates all around everything. And like I said, I've not ever had a problem with it. But of course, you got to do what you got to do you. And my son-in-law is a firefighter and a fireman. And I told him I did it. And he said, shouldn't be any problem as long as I keep an eye on it, don't walk away from it, and keep it on a very low temperature. And that's what I do. So, I mean, if you think about it, it's no different than doing the sculpted clay, which sculpted clay is just, it's made out of paper fiber, so. It is. It's got, I think it is. It's watered down glue, basically. It's got, does it have the ingredients on the bottle? Yeah, but it's in French, and I can't read that much French, or whatever. Or it's in different languages, or whatever. It's a water-based sealer, glue, and finish isolant. So this has it does have a finishing aid, like a, what do you call it? One of those things, the stuff you spray on stuff, a sealant. It has a sealant added to it. But if you glue stuff down, I mean, once glue dries, it's pretty sealed. Let me peel this off the edge here. Make sure I still can bend this. And actually, that'll help that dry, too. Oh, that's going to look so cool. Okay. All right, let's go let that dry for a few minutes there before we move it on. And apparently it dries nice and clear from what I'm seeing. I'm going to go get my glue gun. You guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back. Try not to let this paintbrush sit too long because I don't want it to have an accident. and get all dried up. I lost a brush like that recently. All right. Where's my David heat gun? Ricky, you got to move out in front of my door, babe. There's my heat tool. I probably should keep some water over here and wash my brushes out, but I don't like to do that because I'm klutz and I spill things. That is something to be proud about, Chris. Alright, let's try to get some of this dried so we can move on and turn it sideways. I'm quite pleased with that. Okay, I think that's enough to move on to the side. Oops. I need 2 pages though. This is almost enough to cover up the whole page. Y'all, that's cool, y'all. I love that y'all are getting to find out about each other and different things. Oops. Don't want to glue my lid down. That would not be good. Now, even though this reaches the whole end, I'm going to put something over top of it because I think I'm going to tear a little piece of this off. Yeah, like that. And then I'll go back and trim all the edges and all that kind of stuff when it's really good and dry and set. Okay, let's draw this piece a little bit. I'm trying to keep up with the conversation as best as I can. Let's do the other side since I know this page fits. Put my ruler on the end of the box where I want it. Make sure it's even. Let's pull my hair off of it so we don't glue that in there. You know, I am losing my hair quite rapidly, I think. It's really depressing. Keeps falling out. Let me get the extra off of here so I can glue my other stuff down with it. Oopsie. Make sure I get all my corners. Let's see, what do I want to put on here? All right, we got still a tiny bit tacky, but so we got Maryland, Texas, Florida, Ohio, and I'm from South Carolina. Yes, that's a good verse to read. They're going up here too, because we've opened up, our governor has opened up everything in our state almost, and we're getting more cases now. I tell you what, I don't ever get the flu or anything, knock on wood. But I will say, back in January, when I had that little infection or whatever I thought it was in my chest or whatever, I mean, I didn't have like cold symptoms like, runny nose or coughing really bad. Well, I was coughing, but like that. But I just had like upper respiratory thing going on. I'm pretty sure that was probably COVID, because people have said that it was like my daughter was sick for over, she was sick for like 3 or 4 weeks, and a lot of people have been talking about, they've been sick and they just couldn't get over it. They had a cold and then it would come back. I really truly believe that was part of COVID. I mean, I really do. Get that out of the way for a minute. I'm going to have to go rip this down a little bit, but I want this page right here. Yeah, I've heard about that herd immunity too. The problem is with that is, what about people who have weak immune systems and really can't afford to be out in public because, of like me with lupus, or other people with autoimmune diseases and stuff like that. Well, I think personally that those people are even greater risk, because not just from the virus, but from and generally what's going on with the government easing restrictions and people getting back to work. And these people may work for a company that wants them to come back to work, and then they don't have a great immune system and can't work. I'm worried about people being penalized for not being able to come back to work. Like being fired. What happens to those people? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, the virus began in December of 2019 in a little town in China. And the Chinese government knew about it, but they didn't want to let on about it. So, they still let people travel. And then people started taking it with them. And then that's how it all started. Yeah, that's what I read too, Marcia, possibly back in November. I mean, they're still saying December, but I don't think so. I think it was earlier than that too. I mean, there's no way. But all right, now while this is still wet, I'm going to peel this back just a little bit. And I'm going to, where my box is right here, because of the way this box is, I'm going to put some glue, some heavy tacky glue in there. And then I'm going to push this side in together and smash this down. And then glue this paper over on top. I knew I was going to get my hands in that, but that's all right. but I want the sides to be glued in. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to lift this up because I didn't glue this all the way down. Oops. Pull this apart. And fill this crevice with glue. And then mush in the side. And pull this down. I get a baby wipe, wipe my hands off. All right. Now I just got to get the front panel right here, and then we'll be ready to start whatever I'm going to do. Yeah, I think too. Hi, Bobby. I think so too. I haven't gotten a flu vaccination, oh my gosh, in years. The last time I took the flu virus shot was when I was still at teaching school, and they made me do it, but other than that, no. And that's been a long time ago. So, but you know what? I've never caught the flu either. I'm gonna mush this side in too, and go ahead and do that before I put the paper down. And while my hands still got glue on them, before I go wash them. I wish I had some C-clamps or something to hold that down. All right, I got to hold this for a minute, y'all. But it'll be covered up in a minute. All right. Hi, Jackie. I don't know why I'm covering this up, but it's not going to be seen, really, because the lid's going to come down over here. Pull my hair out of it. Okay. I do too. I take vitamin D3 and I take Zendicrine, which is an essential oil product, and it works really good. But I take my vitamin D3 every single day, without fail. I don't miss it. And I take 5,000 units too. So I think that's why I've been pretty much protected from everything. No, I haven't. Jackie, have you heard anything from your doctor about your appointment? All right, y'all, what do y'all think? Does it look terrible? I mean, this is for a book journal. It's not for, I am going to put material in there, but I'm going to do something to it as soon as all the edges are dry. I'm going to be adding some ink and stuff to it. It's got to let it dry. Thank you. All right, so there's the box. All right, so now we got to work on the hinge, the lid, closure, and decoration some. Let me go put this paintbrush in water, please, and I'll be right back. Try to wash some glue off my hands. Hold on, guys. I'm coming back. I promise. Oh, I had so much glue on my hands. All right, let's go over this with a heating tool and see if we can get some more of it dry. Because I really don't want to do anything else to it until I can get it dry. I have to do something to the inside of the lid. I think I might paint it. I'm not sure. And the top feels pretty dry. And the sides feel almost dry. Set right back here on the corner. Night, Nora. Love you. What are we trying to resand, Chris? Okay, since I just did the inside of the lid, before I put the magnets, I'm going to have to, if I put magnets on it, which I'm going to because I need to close it, I'm going to have to either cover it up with paper. I'm going to take my little scissors and trim up some of these edges with the papers hanging off. It's going to be just a little bit neater. I mean, I don't want it to be totally like neat, pristine neat because, you know, that's not what it's all about. It's old, or supposed to be old. Okay. Anywhere else we're hanging off? No, I think we're good. And I honestly don't know how to trim that because okay. We're gonna leave it alone. So I think that looks kind of neat, huh? And then we got this side. And we got that. Now I really do need to cover this up with something. I don't know if I want to paint it. Should I paint it or cover it with paper? What do y'all think? Oh goodness. It's right warm here today too. But it's muggy because we've been getting thunderstorms every day. Okay, guys, what do you think? Should I paper the lid or paint the lid? So, Gloria says paint. A paper. What do the rest of you think? Paper or paint? Yeah, they sure do, Michelle. I've noticed that too. Marsha, we got one paint, one paper. It'd be quicker to paint, but I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to paint, but I'm going to paper this part right here where the magnets go to. I think that's what I might do. So, I think I'm going to paper this because it'll help protect the magnets. And then I'm going to paint this. I don't know. Paper is kind of cute. Got gesso on it. I don't know. Dang it. That's my box there. In the way. I just washed my brush, y'all. I don't want to get my hair. I think what I'm going to do is paper and paint. I got one more page there. I'm actually thinking I might cover this up with cardstock because, hang on a second. Look at that. Isn't that's pretty, isn't it? Maybe I'll cover it up with that. I like that. What y'all think? Can you see it? Just going to measure the width of my box and the height of my box. But I have to do the magnets first. And I'm not going to paint this, I don't think. I think I'm going to, I'm just going to glue it. I'm not going to paint it on. But if I do that, I'm going to have to, I don't know. I may have to do that separately. Hold on a second. Let me get my cutter. I wasn't expecting to use it tonight, so I didn't have it out. Doggies, what are y'all doing? Huh? What are you doing? My dogs are literally sitting over here in the living room, really acting like they're pouting. I mean, really pouting like children. Okay, so we got roughly 8¼ inches wide. And I'm going to cut this separately. So we're going to go from here. And roughly 7 inches here. And 1 3/4 there. So let's do that. Let's cut. Yeah, what did I say? Width. Lord help me. 8 1/4. Okay, move this out of the way. This paper was a little bit bigger than 8, and then make sure I said 7 on that one. I always have to double check when they say measure twice, cut once. 7 1 3/4. Okay, that's for the top part. I think I should have enough more for the bottom part. Seven. There we go. And a piece in case I mess up somewhere. Oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. I keep moving this and I apologize for that. Good night, Chris. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. And I appreciate the support. And this is just a little bit off here, but if I cut it any shorter, okay. What kind of glue am I going to use? Oops, sorry, y'all. I think I'm going to use the tacky glue. The only thing I don't like about tacky glue, it takes a minute to connect. You know what, Gloria? I'm telling you, sometimes I'm the same way. Sometimes it don't matter how much I cut it with a paper cutter or anything else. It just don't want to seem to be even for me. Hopefully that's going to stay there. And let's check this piece out. This piece looks pretty close to being perfect. It's a little bit short. And I measured it. I mean, it doesn't make sense. This and this lines up. I don't understand why this is a little bit short. But you know what? It'll be all right because where there's a will, there's a way. And I always make a way. This is why, ladies, I tell you to keep your scraps until you're completely finished a project. Oh my gosh. That would be tough. Well, always keep your scraps because until you finish your project, because you never know when you might need them. And I'm going to fill in the gap. Now, I cut that paper straight, but sometimes the paper is off. And sometimes I'm off. It's usually me, but see, this is the dark edge, so that'll blend in okay. Now, this piece down here is showing it's going to be covered with fabric, so just want to make sure it adheres really well. Oh yeah, you should. I love my envelope maker. It works out really good for the most part. You just got to make sure you line them lines up right, because if you don't, man, your corners will look a little funky, but, you know, there again, I go with that too. Okay, that looks pretty good there. Oh, crap. I was going to put my magnets in first. Why didn't y'all say magnets? Hello. You know what? I believe I can pull this off, though. Look, I can. It's going to pull some of the box off, but that's okay. All right. Let me show you what we're going to do to put these magnets on. Where's my tape? Okay. I just had my 1-inch tape in my hand. So y'all supposed to remind me of stuff when I when I tell you I'm going to do something. And you don't remind me. All right. I'm going to take my 1-inch tape and just cut a little piece. And put it on the box. But before I do that, I'm going to get my magnets and put them in place. Oh. Now, I'm using the magnets I got from Dollar Tree. These, now, I will tell you, I use these magnets on the lap book mini album and stuff I'm making with my club members, and I don't like them for mini albums. They're too thick. But, so I did use them one time, but I'm not going to use them on my closure. I'm just going to use a bunch of mini ones. So I'm going to glue these on here. And I think I'm going to use a piece of tape to do it. Then I'm going to glue my paper back down. Where's that little pokey tool thing? Jackie, I tell you, I'm really loving my little score tool and my pokey tool thing you got me. Thank you so much. Why is that not coming off? It wants to peel off, and I don't understand that. And the little tape don't want to come off. That is still not coming off. This makes no sense. I've never had this much problem with my tear tape before. What in the world? Anybody got any suggestions why this tape is not coming off the little sticky thing? There we go. Whew, finally. Okay. Now, I'm going to see where that lands. I'm going to glue this back down. See how much of a stand up the magnets make? Not really thrilled with that. Okay, so now I'm going to put another piece of tear tape down. And hopefully I won't have to fight so much with this one. I'm going to put it over here and hold on to it. All I did was lay it on top of the magnets and held on to it, and so I could place it right where the other two magnets are. And I might use this extra little strip to cover up the magnets with. I really didn't like the front of this anyway. Okay. I am not happy with this tear tape right now. It's not ever done this to me before. There we go. Okay, where's my other two magnets? So now we put the magnets on the other magnet. Why aren't you staying on there like that? Stop fighting. There. There is a different size on the magnets, by the way. There's a polarized side and there's a non-polarized side. Okay, now that I have these stuck down, I stuck them onto the magnets, and I have my tear tape right here. So it should cling to the tape. And it did. Okay. You know, I do, and if I had some, I would use that, Marcia. It saves a lot of magnets, and, you know, but I don't have any, so I just decided to use what I had. I had those from the Dollar Tree, and they work. I mean, you know. Alright, so I'm going to glue this down. And then, only thing I have left is maybe doing some decoration on it. But we may not have time to do that tonight. Unless y'all want me to wait till I get my phone charger and plug my phone up because my battery's about to die. I'm having issues with the batteries and all this kind of stuff. Alright, let's put a little bit more glue down there on the side. Okay. I actually thought about using the plate when the magnets came on, but I decided not to because I might do that on another project that I want to use. All right. There we go. We got it shut. Now see how it sticks out a little bit? I'm not really thrilled with that, but it does hold it. And the only other thing, I want to put some distress on it. That was my vintage photo. I think I broke my thingy-majigger. I could go get my little brush, I guess. That's why I put some vintage photo around the edges of it. These are the Dollar Tree makeup brushes. I like to use those. Now, I may put something else on it, and if I do, I'll show it to y'all. I think what I'm going to do from now on Thursdays, if I don't finish my projects on Thursdays, I'll show it to you on Monday morning coffee. I'm trying to learn how to sleep at night. You know, ask Michelle, she knows I'm up, you know, a long time at night. I try to sleep, but, you know, it eludes me. I'm just going around this big picture here. Ooh, somebody dropped something out there in the hallway. around the edges. I am going to put fabric in the box, so that I will show y'all on Monday. Yes, I bet. You blame for stress, yippers. Yeah. I'm stressed too, but I'm trying not to be stressed. You know, I'm trying to, no matter what happens in life, I am blessed. I'm blessed with you guys for friends, and I may not be blessed financially, but I'm blessed in many other ways, and I'm just trusting the Lord to take care of me, and you know, that's all we can do. So I'm going to look for some fabric to go in my box, and then I'm going to put all my stuff in my box. What do y'all think? I like the way that it looks. Yeah, that glue, the glue needs to dry better on the inside. But I don't mind wrinkles. I really don't. I think it just adds to part of character. I'm just taking my bone folder here. Now I know this is going to stick up a little bit because that's where the magnets are. But I take my bone folder and run around it and smooth out the glue that's underneath it. And be very careful I don't rip the paper. Okay. Like that. That's all right. Where's that little piece of scrap? All right, you guys. I'm going to go. My phone, hang on a second. My phone is about to die on me. I'm trying to turn the light back on so I can see you. All right, you guys. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. If you stay to the very end, let me know in the comments section what you think would look good in the inside the box as far as fabric. All right, guys. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all. I'm going to have a video out tomorrow for my keto living, which will be some sweet treats. And I'm also going to go ahead and put my junk journal up there tomorrow too. And on Saturday, I will have a video with all the items that are going to be placed in my store. So, okay, guys, I'll see you all later. Love you. Bye.